So, one of the things we want to try to do this year as a church is get a handle on our groups, who's meeting in groups, who's leading our groups, when and where they're happening. Just simply, could we have a more accurate picture again of how many people are in community, and again, then who isn't, so that we can help them find community. Really believe that community in groups, different sizes, different types, different kinds, are vitally important. If people are in community, they get through crisis. I mean, that you have to know how important your role is as a group facilitator, a group leader. It's so important. And I've talked to a lot of people this year who've gone through serious medical issues, surgeries, cancers, all kinds of things. And the ones that feel okay and good and settled and supported are all in community. Their group are the ones who come with meals. Their the group are the ones that visit in the hospital. Their group is the one who texts them out of the blue and says, how are you actually doing? It is impossible. You need to know, impossible for your pastors to feel make people feel cared for at a church. You just can't do it. Very limited number of people that we can do that for. And so being connected in community or building community as a church is so important for our people. People will go through hard times. People will go through difficulties. Storms come to everyone, and we need community. And so community can be formed through lots of different types of groups. So I just want you to know how important you are. And we do want to know who's connected well. And so that we can actually assess who's not connected well, to see if we can formulate a new community or encourage a new growth of a different type of group to meet the needs of those who aren't connected. So we're really hoping the Church Center app is going to be being released this fall, and we're hoping everyone will get into that, and then we'll be able to form your small groups within the Church Center app, and you'll be able to use it as a inward communication tool with each other. As well as for me to be able to hear from you and to find out how you're doing, and then to get more questions. So if you have more questions on details or how to deal with, we'll talk about how do you deal with conflict, how do you deal with special needs people in the sense that dominate the conversation or those that never talk. There's so many skill sets that we'll be able to talk about throughout the year. And so having a form of communication that way will be helpful. We're working on it. We'll get it done. I want you to know, as a group leader, because you are building community in our church and you're so important to the health of our community, you have my ear, you have my attention. It's really important. And so if you need me, you need a coffee, you need to talk, you have a challenge, or you have a question, or you feel like you're not being connected enough to the church, reach out. I actually will meet with you. I'll make time for you. It's really important. Early on in Israel's first year, Moses was sitting before the people day and night. It says in Scripture in Exodus, it says day and night, and he was dealing with issues and problems, and he couldn't handle it all. It was just a huge lineup of people who would wait all day to ask him a question. And his father-in-law comes along, Jethro, and Jethro says to Moses, "What you're doing is not good. This is not good. You cannot be available for everybody day and night and deal with their problems or make judgments or teach them the truth. You can't do it." And so he was like, "Well, what do I do then?" And he said, what you need to do is you need to find people that you can trust, people you can build into, people that you can teach, people that you can release to deal with the community, deal with the people and their problems and their concerns, and help them follow God. You need to do that, Moses. And Moses is like, brilliant. And it's the very first model we see where small groups came into play. And so Moses took people, qualified people, and he said, look, I am going to teach you basically how to deal with people, how to care for people, how to love on people, how to facilitate people's spiritual journey. And then you can do that. And then if there's serious cases and you need help, bring them to me and I will be there for you. And I want you to know that's true today as well. In the church, we need to identify people in our congregation that have pastoral gifts. There are more people with pastoral gifts than you realize. Pastors is not a position. Pastor is a spiritual gift. And I have a theory. It's just a theory. My theory is that 1 out of 10 people in the church has a gift of pastoring, because I believe the best ratio of pastor to people is probably 1 to 10. And God knows that when he designs his body. We need pastoral gifts, which means people that care for people, help them follow Jesus throughout their life. That's pastoral. There's leadership gifts, way less leaders than pastors for sure. I think I have a leadership gift, less than pastoral gifts. We don't need every 10th person being a leader trying to lead somewhere. There's different kinds. There's prophet gifts, there's teaching gifts, but pastoral gifts, I believe, is dispersed amongst the body in a great number. And you may have that gift. And if you have that gift to care for people, to love people, to help facilitate people following Jesus, then you need to know you have my time and energy. I need to invest in you. So you need to reach out. If you need help, you have a question, you want me to answer something, or you want me to just spend time with you, I am willing to do that. This year, we need to make sure that our pastoral level of care in our congregation goes up a level, and we're going to do that through small groups.